Hello yogis, thank you for joining. Yin Yoga, it works deeply on physical, mental, emotional and energy levels. We will hold seated and lying poses for about 3-5 minutes. It's still meditative practice, great for flexibility and stability. I'll talk more about Yin Yang when you enter poses. Please remember to subscribe for my channel if you haven't yet. It means a lot to me. This practice can be done without yoga props, but if you have a bolster, a brick or block, feel free to use them. At least grab a blanket, a cushion for final relaxation, also an eye cover. If you don't have an eye bag, you can use the folded scarf. If you have an extra blanket, you can place on the mat to soften your practice. And we will start with child pose. Take your knees wider. Big toes together or towards each other, sit on your heels. If your sit bones cannot reach your heels, you can place the block under your sit bones. But even if you can reach the heels, it's nice to soften the practice by placing a folded blanket or block. The pose likely starts feeling different after holding a few minutes. Place your forehead on your hands, your fists, or rest on your mat or on the spare block or brick if you have one. Soften your breath, relax in stillness, into support from the earth, observing your sensations. Stay still, but if you start feeling pain, please adjust the pose. Yin and Yang concept is originated in Taoism. Yin is cooler, slower, inner. Yang is warmer, quicker, outer. Everybody is different. Some need more yin, others more yang. Important is balance. With balance, there can be health and harmony. Most of traditional yoga styles are yang and stimulate muscles. Yin triggers deeper tissues, ligaments, joints, cartilage, bones, fascia, where most of stiffness and tension accumulates, not only physical but also emotional, mental. These deeper tissues can be accessible only by relaxing muscles and holding a pose longer. At the physical level, this pose is a good hips opener. Gently stretches the spine, compress stomach and chest, benefits the organs of digestion. Yin Yoga is based on Chinese medicine, and we work with the meridians, energy channels. They call nadis in traditional Indian yoga. Prana, chi energy, the life force, flows through those channels. If it becomes stagnant, blockages can occur, which together with continuing stress can lead to illnesses. We stimulate those meridians and increase energy flow, remove blockages by holding particular poses. The area is squeezed, some gentle pressure applied and released. Similar how acupressure works. That is why you feel rejuvenated after a yoga session. So now we have a bit less than 2 minutes left in this pose. Check in with yourself. If you start feeling pain, burning sensation, or numbness, pins and needles. Take your knees closer, change position of your arms, or make any other adjustments you need. This pose stimulates liver and gallbladder meridians. They run outside legs, and up the right side of the torso to the top of the head, and they are related to the spring season. In the system of 5 traditional elements, as it refers to Chinese medicine, wood is an element of spring. It's about renewal, awakening, and rebirth. It's expansiveness and growing, steadiness and flexibility, adapts to weather and wind, and keeps growing. And now stay quiet for the rest of the time so you can connect inwards better. And very slowly push through your hands, remove your props if you had one, and keep them handy. Make your way to seated, and we release the legs, the hips area in windshield wipers, rebound pose. Just drop those legs from side to side. Feeling your bodily sensations. We are moving to the next pose, Sleeping Swan, which is pigeon in traditional yoga. So you can, perhaps you'll need a block or brick or folded blanket, but you can happily practice without them. You can start from downward facing dog and take the right knee towards the right edge of the mat. You can place the brick or block under your sit bone, or if your sit bones are higher, under your thigh or folded blanket, and go on your forearms, or you can place the forehead on the mat. So it's important to come to the pose just enough to stimulate chi energy, prana, without feeling of strain. We remain focused on breath and sensations, allowing gravity to hold us. This pose, again, it's a deep work in the hip area at the physical level, which is great for the lower back, flexibility. It can gently strengthen the upper body if you are on your forearms. By holding a pose for a few minutes, we develop a greater tolerance for uncomfortable experiences. It's a mental work. If you start feeling too comfortable, go deeper into the stretch. Go to your next edge and find your stillness. But if you start feeling any pain, burning sensation, numbness, you have to back off. Be curious. Sometimes the mind starts agitating, eager to get out of the pose. Counting breaths can help. If no pain, only discomfort, calm your mind and stay in the pose. So now it's a bit less than 1 minute left. Any adjustments if you need. And stay still for the rest of the time. And very slowly push through those hands. Keep your props handy. And take your downward facing dog to release those legs. Briefly as a rebound pose. And we take the left side, left knee towards the edge of the mat. So your foot can come closer to the front of the mat in a relaxed way. And again, you can use the brick block or folded blanket under your left sit bone or thigh. So right leg extends, but if it's too much pressure on your knee, you can tuck the toe. And find your stillness for about 2 minutes to start. Stillness in the body and mind, softening, grounding. It's meditative practice. If your thoughts keep coming, labeling thoughts may help you to release them. For instance, if you notice thinking of something you should have done differently this morning, label it judging and let go. If you're thinking what to make for dinner, then label it planning and return to the breath and to your bodily sensations. Or just simply label thinking and return to feeling. You can use this technique when meditating or any time for mindfulness. So we take this practice, this skill of the yoga mat to life. We learn to acknowledge emotions or thoughts when they make us suffer, when they start controlling us. And to remember that they are only thoughts and emotions, not you. They come and go. We are approaching the last minute in this pose. If it's too much on your hip, you can adjust your pose. Engage more through your arms, legs, through your core. Or you can go deeper into the pose or stay where you are in stillness and silence for the last minute. And very slowly push through those hands. Remove your props if you use them. Transitions are very slow in yoga, especially in Yin. Move to windshield wipers again as a rebound pose to release those legs, hips area. Next pose, Sphinx, or from Sphinx to Seal. So on the front of the body, your forearms parallel towards each other, elbows under your shoulders. You can keep those palms together. Allow yourself to rest upright without slumping into your shoulders or attempting to lift up from them. Elongate through the spine, engage through the buttocks to eliminate sensations in your lower back if you feel strong there. Find the stillness in your body and mind. Emotions are also in the tissues. Where else? The gallbladder is responsible for what is just and exact. Also courage. Determination and decision stem from it. Liver, assessment of circumstances and conception of plans. It relates to spring season as we usually have new plans and projects at this time of year. The liver is also in charge of the smooth flow of chi energy, vital energy, emotional and physical. And the emotion associated is anger. When we allow our anger, frustration to go unexpressed, we stagnate and are unable to move forward. If you are too comfortable in Sphinx pose, you can practice Seal instead, taking hands towards the corners of the mat and lifting elbows, keeping the spine nice and long. And slowly release, rest in spinal twist as a rebound pose. You can take like 3-4 breaths on both sides. Practice on both sides with your legs crossed or knees just together. And now perhaps you want to pause the video to prepare for final relaxation Savasana. If you have a bolster, place under the knees, better position for your lower back. Have a blanket to feel a warm, totally comfortable, a little cushion, an eye bag, which gives the brain a signal to relax when it's dark for our eyes. If you don't have an eye bag, you can use the folded scarf. It also gives the feeling of groundiness, the same like a blanket on your body. So I'll guide you in and out of Shavasana. Once you are in the pose, check in with your body that you are feeling totally comfortable. Your feet are comfortable, your legs, your hips, belly is soft and relaxed. Lower back, middle back, and upper back. Your shoulders, arms, palms, and fingertips. Your chest is relaxed, and the heart. It's okay to relax now. Your throat is relaxed, and chin is relaxed towards the chest. Inside of the mouth is soft. Your tongue is relaxed towards the palate. Eyes are softly closed and relaxed. And the space beyond your eyes. Your forehead is relaxed, and top of your head, and the space around. Feeling this wholeness, softness, stillness, letting go of whatever you still been holding on to. Let it be. Deepen your breath, bringing more awareness back to your body, your surroundings. If you had an eye bag, slowly release 1, 2, 3 and move your head from side to side. Come to the center. You can bring other small movements to your body. Wriggle your fingers, your toes. When you're ready, give yourself a nice stretch. Take your time. Bend your knees and roll on your side. Relax there for a moment. Take all the time you need. And when you're ready, gently, slowly bring yourself to upright position. Feeling yourself for the last few moments. Perhaps more calmness, more connectivity, openness. Palms towards your heart. Namaste.